DIY.
Artists that skip beats. For those of you that are producers that feel like, man, I'm discouraged playing my beats for artists in the studio because they never end up picking the ones I think they're gonna pick, or if they even pick one at all. Well, be encouraged, especially after seeing this video. You're not the only one that goes through it. This, of course, happens to Metro Boomin.
But even to this day, like, I'd rather just be in a room with an artist. Because even with artists, sometimes I have to play so many beats before we get to something that they like. Different artists are different, but somebody like Savage, like, he real picky with beats. Like, real picky. Like, I have to play a lot
Well, he's got
beats.
like a very certain tone to his beats, or you know what I mean? Like, he's got a certain vibe to it.
Definitely.
Where it's like really hard and it fits him. I don't know. That's what I noticed.
And like his logic, he always explained to me, is like, he don't want to waste no time, so it'd be like, it just be certain beats that he know he want to rock with, because he, in his mind, he trying to make every song hard.
Yeah.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying? Which I understand. So yeah, we'll just sit there for a while just going through them.
So this is Metro Boomin talking about, in particular, sessions that he'll have with 21 Savage. Could be long sessions because he's having to play a whole lot of beats for a very particular artist in 21 Savage. Anybody who's ever been in a session with an artist like that, you understand the pains that come along with it. It's nothing that we complain about because it comes with the nature of us being two different human beings who have a different vision of what success looks like when we leave this studio session with a result. And somehow, some way, we collaborate through our ideas, we make compromises, and we make a decision and say, yeah, this is it. We got something here. But this, for me, is part of the reason why I don't enjoy pulling up on artists and playing beats. Producers, have you ever had an artist that's listening to beats that you play them, and you made beats specifically for this session? You're playing the beats, and they're like, nah. Let me hear that one? Nah. And you're just running through beats. And then they say, I was kind of hoping that you could show me something like insert this producer's name. The moment I hear that is the moment that I start to feel like you only want to work with me because I am the cheaper option that can get you close enough to that producer's sound. Maybe there's other ways to look at this whole idea of playing beats, because we never know what's going on in the artist's mind. I don't know about you. I don't like interrupting the artist. I may ask him every once in a while, like, you feeling that? Like, you know, what you really want to get? Like, where's your vibe at? But for the most part, I want them to stay in their zone and go through whatever process they go through in order to pick their songs or their beats for their songs.
What was it like for you in the studio at those times too? Do you ever find yourself?
So this is ATL Jacob. And he was talking about the pressure of when artists actually skip beats.
Under pressure, or is it a vibe the whole time?
Sometimes you could be under pressure because it could be like he skipped beats.
Yeah.
But from me learning like years on, it's like he skipped beats because he want to go back to them.
That's interesting. That's the first time I ever heard another reason why they're skipping beats. Because some artists are listening to the beats and making a mental note. Oh shit, that's just hard. Okay, I'm not in that mood right now, but that's something I definitely want to come back to because I could put the homegirl on the hook for this one. I don't really want to make no love shit, but I'll probably come back. Like, these conversations are happening inside their head. How do I know that? Because me as an artist, that's what I'm thinking about when producers are playing me beats. I know this is amazing, but I know that where I'm at right now, energetically, I'm not going to do this record justice. I need to really sit down with this one. But for the producer, poor producer, sit on the side like, damn, you don't like none of my shit.
He might want to do these while nobody in the room. And that's when we get our best songs, when like nobody in the room.
Yeah.
Then we get a lot of party songs, you know, the turn songs when like somebody, you know, when the gang in there.
That's right.
I be telling them like, man, let's sometimes just do some stuff like with only us in the room too.
Exactly.
Could that be a vibe like crazy? Like,
come on.
We make some crazy stuff. Like, you imagine what was on the album, then you gotta imagine like what wasn't on the album. Like,
see, I think what ATL Jacob just said at the end is super important, because to me, that's the difference between whether an artist ever takes you serious or gives you the opportunity to go from beat maker, playing me beats, to producer that is in a session with me to create this song, that is actually producing and helping produce this record. If you can speak up for yourself, and I can say for myself, I didn't always have the confidence in these rooms to speak up for myself and say, yes, go with this record, but I would rather us work on this from scratch together, and let's get an opportunity where we can really, really give this record everything that it needs and help to bring your vision that you have to life, but even 10 times better than what you can imagine. But him saying like, look, let's lock in and let's really do something special. Let's take our time with this record and let's do it together, to me, I think creates a silent trust with you and the artist that says, okay, you're not just here for the transaction. You're here to see it through. And you believe in me enough to where you want to actually be a part of every single part of this process. I think it shows a level of confidence that ATL Jacob has in himself to engineer and to produce that session, and gets a lot of confidence in the artist to think that this producer really wants to see how to get to the best product possible.
I hate playing beats in the session.
So this is TNT, and he says, I hate playing beats in an actual session. Why is that?
Like, I hate playing beats. Like, I'm always like, I always feel like I'll go home and make 100 bangers. I'm like, yeah, these are bangers. And when I get in the session, I'm like, man, these aren't good enough.
Ooh, any producer in here know that feeling? Any of you in here know that feeling? Bro, you sit up here in the studio and yo, dog, you make some fire ass shit and you like, I just know he gonna pick this one. And then you start getting on a roll. You make another one in the same day. You like, oh shit, what's in these hands? What's in these hands? I might be the greatest one alive. You know what? I'm gonna try to make me another one. And then you make another one. I'm Super Mario with the freaking star. Anybody can say shit to me. I'm that guy. All it takes to deplete that producer confidence for most of us is one session of this. Next one, bro. Yeah, next one, bro. Y'all want to get some food? That's all it takes to just bust your damn bubble.
I'm like, man, maybe this song isn't the style. Maybe it isn't here. And I'm just like, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, especially for artists like him.
You start questioning whether or not you should be a producer anymore.
Just skipping every one. You like, I only got so many beats now.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Especially in the flash drive days or the CD days, when you know this is all I got in this folder. This is all I brought with me. I drove and commuted to this session, sir. If you don't like these first 15, it's slim pickings after that. It's looking like you're not going to get anything from me tonight.
You literally run through 50. Like, you'll make a pack for a session like, oh yeah, you got to have 30 beats ready for a session. But when you run through that new pack, you get into your old pack, you start getting nervous like, oh man.
See, that's where there's a separation. I'm 38. That's where it might be something that the younger producers, maybe y'all used to that. Y'all going through 30 beats? This is a very talented producer. You go through 30 beats, we got to have a conversation about life, artists. Hey, rapper, what you on, bro? What do you really want to create? You sure you want me? You sure you don't want Jesus to come produce this? Because you're looking for perfection. I don't know if I'm the one for you, man. 50 beats, I might need you to step outside because you're being real disrespectful. Every beat that you ask for after 50, I start to think that you don't like me as a human being. I know a lot of these producers these days, they make beats so damn fast, so they're not really worried about the number, but I'm putting my heart and soul in these beats. 50 beats. Hey, my man, hey, we're going to have to step outside. You being real disrespectful.
And then you finally click that one beat and it's just like,
it makes it all worth it.
You click that one beat and it's just like,
I'm sorry, if I go through 55 beats and they pick the 56th one and they finally get it, my reaction is not, oh, thank you. I'm saying, well, it's about damn time. I got kids, nigga. I got to go home. 56? Could have played this shit for you 4 hours ago.
He skipped over 10 for he like one, but he skipped over the top 10 that
you had in your arsenal. Yeah,
he was
ain't nothing more depleting. You got 10 hot ones, and they like.
And it was a kind of a little disrespect to it. It'll be like, I'm getting ready to play a beat, like, hold on, turn it down for me. Yeah, so start another conversation.
There ain't nothing more disrespectful. I don't care. Call me hypersensitive. Call me whatever you want. Maybe that's why I do a lot of production for myself and the artists I want to work with. Ain't nothing more disrespectful. I didn't open up my laptop. I pulled up your phone. I even named you a folder. I'm not even pulling from the Curtis King Beats folder. I'm pulling from the Your Rapper Head Ass Name folder. Just let me know when it's time to plug in here. Okay. Here's my Focusrite. Plug in. Whenever you're ready. All right, so for this one right here, I ain't even going to explain. I'm going to just play it for you. Oh, another one? Okay. For you to go through 10 of those, and then by the 7th or 8th one, they looking at the homies and they like, hey, what y'all on tonight? Oh, you stupid as hell. Sir, you're not even listening to the beats anymore. Oh, no. I can hear it. I'm still listening, bro. Don't even trip. All right, bro. You trying to eat? You trying to go get? What you trying to eat? You talking louder than the beat now. Now you didn't turn down the beat. How many of y'all been in sessions like that? I've been in sessions like that. I ain't too prideful to say it, where a nigga turned down my beats so that he can hear his conversation more. Or he turned down my beats to play a video that he just saw on Instagram. They stupid as hell. The disrespect. And they know what the hell they doing. They know they depleting these producers' damn confidence like that. All right, here's my conclusion on this. You got to have a thick skin in life, period. But especially when it comes to becoming a music producer, especially if you are on the timing of other people, because they do have special opportunities that could potentially change your life. You are on their timing. You are abiding by their rules. And if they have standards, they're entitled to those, because you and I both have standards. We have standards for what plugins we will and will not use. And nobody's going to tell us any different, because it's our music. It's what we want to do. But the same way we have standards, they are allowed to have standards as well. And it is not up to them to be sensitive or empathetic for our emotions. Maybe one day that'll change. But if you're waiting around for that, you're wasting your time, especially in hip hop. I had a manager that told me, he said, if you're looking for professionalism, you went to the wrong industry. You have nobody to blame but yourself. But if you're in a position where you're like, no, I believe in my sound. People don't understand. People are not picking my best beats. To me, my friend, it's show and prove season. It's time for you to find an artist, particularly an artist that doesn't have a very defined style quite yet, but that you're able to bring into a studio session and produce, help to mold, help to grow, give suggestions that these artists typically wouldn't listen to because of who they are and the success that they have had. This is where it's time for you to find somebody who will listen. You know those beats that you love so much? Maybe the artists are not seeing that because they're not giving you the opportunity to share the vision that you have for it. These rappers don't owe you a placement. That's an opportunity they gave you. Respect that opportunity. However, if you feel that you're out of place, like a fish out of water, it's probably time for you to start making some more independent planning. It's probably time for you to go find an artist that really understands what you're trying to do, or at least will allow you to lead the way. And you know the funny thing about hip hop, no matter how much it matures, no matter how successful artists become, there are some exceptions to the rule, obviously. OGs who understand and know better. Rappers still do the most childish things in that they will copy, or they'll want you to repeat a moment that you created yourself. A successful moment over that beat, you know, that beat that they skipped, they'll want you to repeat that success with them. I think that if you know that you're in these rooms and you're playing things that are just completely off, maybe you look at that and say, that's a challenge for me to improve and to get better. Or you can say, if I stand on this sound and I believe in this sound, why wouldn't I invest money into seeing all the elements come together, including the artist, including the singer, including the arrangement, including the mixing and mastering, including the artwork, including the marketing and promotion? Why the hell would I not do it myself? These people ain't gonna listen. They don't have no reason to listen. They're not your team. Prove all these folks wrong and show them what they're missing out on. Doing this not only is good for you and your sound, I think this is ultimately the best decision you can make for your longevity. Because once you create a movement all your own, with your own decision making, your leverage changes in the room. The openness changes in the room for you to make decisions. So if people don't want to do it with you, do it yourself. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.